Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Just a quick one today. In my previous video I mentioned these two fans which I took out of the old case I had, which I converted to a little test bench which is over there. I am finding myself doing a lot more soldering and like precision work with regards to PCBs. So what I'm thinking of doing is converting a fan into an extractor so it can sit back here and I can work away and it will pull the fumes away from me. Obviously just pulling from here and throwing it over there isn't going to do very good, or much good anyway. But I do have some of this old it's called Copex. It's like a 25mm flexi tube. This one's actually got a metal in a core. I have got a 20mm one down there which hasn't got the metal core, but this is quite heavy. So what I'm going to do is have this as extraction, but have the pipe not too long because I don't know how much, I don't know the math of it, but I could have this just sitting near where I'm working. Maybe put a clamp for this or something like that, or just buy a telephone holder or something like that. We'll just hold it there while I'm working away, and then it can suck away the fumes, which are quite toxic, take it away and maybe just chuck it out of a door or something like that, because this is quite long, so this could probably go over to the door. But what I'm going to do is go through how we can do it with just the bits I've got kicking around. So obviously this would go this way for extraction, and maybe what I'll do is I'll take the fan out of this, link it to this one and silicon in between, or glue in between the edge, and then put a plate over the top of this which the 25mm pipe can just sit over the top of. Maybe just a piece of thin wood would go over that and hold it, and then I'm just going to power this with 5 volts or 12 volts. I think it's 12 volts, and yeah, see how it goes. So let's get started. So because the tube's 25mm, what I'm going to do is this is obviously going to be fixed to this. We'll put some form of sealant in the gaps just so it's a little bit more airtight. And then on this side, because we've got the gap between the fan, we can turn, cut 25mm out of here and probably use this to slightly hold the tube. Probably put like a screw through it just to hold the tube in there, but not right up against the fan so it can clip it. And then we'll just put either a piece of wood or a piece of plastic or something in there, and essentially then that's our vacuum for our pipe, and we can power it up with 12 volts and test it. So let's drill 25 into that now. I still have a little bit of leftover plastic sheeting which I've used for my the bed here for the videos. So what I'll probably do is just pick a corner which hasn't got anything broken from it. Sorry, not the camera. So get a pencil, pick a corner there. Only needs to pick up the holes, so what's there? There's that. And what I'll do is I'll cut this out and we can clamp it all together, and I'll mark out, actually I could probably do that now, turn this upside down. There's our 25mm hole that we need to drill. So 25, cut this out. So cut the plate out, smooth the edges off as well, just to be fancy. So there's the plate, it's all nice and neat. There is the outer edge, and then on top of that, the fan. probably find that that might just be able to sit somewhere like that. Obviously the fume's coming in through here, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'm just going to try and clamp all this together now. I'm probably going to seal this to this with maybe warm glue to get a nice seal, and obviously glue it as well. So I have to dig out my little glue gun thing I've got somewhere. It's supposed to go that way. There you go. But I'll do that now. I found it, thank God, and I also found some spare glue sticks as well, which is always handy. And I found a few other bits and pieces I forgot I had, so win-win. Good. Let's try this again. See if I can do it a little bit quicker. Now this is heated up properly. Alright, come on. Definitely coming out quicker. A lot more of it. I think there's probably a little bit of residue left in from when I previously used it. Quickly get this on top. Wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, it's definitely drying really, really quickly. But it's on there now. It stayed on there. I'm wondering if I should either get in here and put an edge around in here, or do an edge on the outside. I suppose inside would be better, wouldn't it? Have a little stick out. Continue pushing that one through. Cool. Best job in the world. There we go. I'm just going to turn that off because there is no off button on that. So, once that dries, that's a nice seal in there. You can get the 20mm conduit, maybe put it around in here as well. Maybe throw some glue around that as well. But I want to, what do I want to do? Yeah, we're going to have to put the pipe in, aren't we? Because we still need to fix that in. I don't know whether the glue will be enough to hold the pipe in place, or I should fix some bolt or something through it. Let's put it in, see how we go. So, like I said, I've glued it on, and I've pushed the piping through, and then glued around this edge to seal this in, and glued around the outer edge as well, just as a little bit of double protection. Maybe I need to support this a little bit better, but we'll see how we go. And now all we need to do is the fan just needs to be fitted onto there. So like I said, I wouldn't mind maybe gluing again around this edge to get that to sit on there, and then clamping all the way through on everything with some long bolts. So let's do that. So there we go. Two fans obviously glued together. I've drilled all the way through so I can put a bolt through there, small bolt, and the fan can freely spin, and it's right next to the tube, so hopefully there's enough vacuum there to get it out, and it's all sealed up and everything. So I'm going to find some bolts and then we can test it. So I didn't have any long enough bolts, and I'm lazy so I couldn't be bothered to go down to the hardware store, but had some self-tapping screws which are enough to hold the plastic to that, and on the other side these two together here, look. So that'll do. I'll probably cable tie this to the pipe and then make a connector off of this end so I can just put a 12 volt power supply to it. So there's a positive there. Right, time to test. So I will put this piece out the way, probably over to the side here, and then probably film it functioning. And I'm not too sure what I'm going to test. Maybe we just need to set fire to something, I don't know. Okay, so as you can see, I've squeezed the pipe down slightly, and I can actually feel the breeze being pulled through the back of that, for the back of my hand. So I'm going to try and create, I don't know, a bit of like solder. Not too sure how to don't know if you can see that being taken by it there. So that actually works quite well. Obviously it needs to be quite close to where you're working. Doesn't extract the whole area, you know, you'll need a big, but this does the trick. Takes that nasty solder away from you and sends it down the pipe and off out into the fan, so you can point it either out of a window or something like that. I'll keep going on that so you can still see it a little bit. That bit disappeared off up into the air. Sorry, hand was in the way. But yeah, just for one small fan, it's actually doing the trick. Just got to remember to stick it next to where you're soldering, and it'll take it away down the pipe, out of a window. But at least it's not going up in your face and you're not breathing it directly into yourselves. But there we go. Hope this helped out, people. Just a quick, easy video. Cheers for watching. Take it easy.